first part of my video series where we talk about getting started. You know, what to do, where do you start, how do you acquire your cars? Well, if you're in the United States, like I am, you basically have two big choices. You've got Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Um, they make the bulk of the cars in the U.S., but you can get other things. Maisto is another one that's becoming more popular. You see it at the Dollar Tree and Walmart. Um, but first off, you need to figure out whether or not you have an idea for your vehicle. If you've got a clear picture about what you're going to make, then you can start shopping around for maybe body styles that you want to mod or different things like that. But what I like to do is just go to the supermarket, go to Walmart, go to the Dollar Tree, and just see what they have. You know, if something catches my eye, I might pick it up. They're cheap enough. Die-cast car is pretty much $1 wherever you go. It doesn't really matter what it is. But what I'm looking for are interesting parts. So I might pick up this guy just because of the wheels. And I probably won't really use this for anything, but I might take that, satellite dish off of there. But I'll definitely use these wheels on something. So I'll probably just pop this apart, take these wheels out, and throw them, in my, my library of wheels. Or sometimes the vehicle will have just, a big fat exhaust on it. I'll probably take the engine out of there, take these big fat wheels, and take the exhaust and use them on something else. I may repurpose this grill on here. I'm not really sure. But most of this will just go in my parts bin. Same for this one here. So it's got kind of these mud tires and a big exhaust. This one's got kind of a skull grill on there that might fit somewhere. Just kind of look at the cars and see if there's any parts on them that you might want to use, or if there's, a body that you might want to use that you can envision. Maybe this guy, I might jack up the suspension, put these wheels on them, get a totally different effect out of it. Or just cars that you might like. Like this one's a little basic, but it's a good base for something else. It's good. It's got a lot of flat surfaces to mount turrets. There's a lot of flat areas where guns might attach to them. A nice flat grill where a ram could be attached. All I really need to do this one, and actually see it's got a lot of area for lifting. If you just move the tires to the outside of this, it'll sit up, maybe a 1/4 inch higher than it is. And put something like these tires on there. That's a big beefy war machine at that point. So yeah, just go to the store. Grocery stores are kind of an untapped resource because they don't cycle through their die-cast cars as quickly as a place like Walmart or Target. So a lot of times they'll have like an end rack where they have maybe the last series of cars that they haven't cycled through yet. So you can sometimes get ones that Walmart doesn't have. Flea markets are good, yard sales, if you want some old stuff like this. This is kind of ugly and goofy looking, but once you strip the paint off, put some new wheels on it, weather it up, and attach a big fat ram to the front, well, then it gets pretty serious, But yeah, the first place to start is just go, look around, see what there is. A lot of times I'll get inspiration just from looking at the store. Like, pick this one up. This is a Mandalorian. It's from it's just one of the themed vehicles from the Mandalorian, the Dark Trooper. But without the, Star Wars licensing on it, it's just a big, beefy, armored truck. And the wheels are even pretty good. I might put something bigger on there, I don't know, but it's a good start. It's a good base for something else. Stuff like this, I'd probably take these bikes off the back, maybe put a mortar in the back, things like that, You just kind of got to get inspired. Or if you already have an idea, of what to look for, you can always look on eBay or things like that if you want the specific vehicle. You also got to keep in mind that not all die-cast cars are made equal. So you'll see this one is a Maisto 57 Corvette. I mean, the scope looks okay. The tires are real chintzy. This one I think might have even came in a pack of 3 for $1. I'm not really sure where I got this. But if you look underneath here, there's no interior. It's just a shell, you know. This one has, you know, it's probably hard to pick up on the video, but you can see there's a, you know, seat in there. There's a steering wheel. It's even got a back row of seats. This one is an older Hot Wheel, you know, 2012. It's an 84 Bronco. This one actually has a die-cast top, a die-cast bottom, and rubber wheels. You know, it's got all the decals on it. Nice looking grill. You know, good details. So I mean, you can spend a few bucks on good stuff. Maisto actually makes some pretty decent things. They're called muscle machines. They have a decent sculpt to them, and the cool thing about them is they are actually screwed together instead of riveted. I'll go over that when I get to the modding videos, but you know, shop around, see what's out there. You know, just maybe have an idea about what you're looking for, unless what you're looking for is to be inspired. And sometimes you can find really high quality die cast if you look for certain brands. The M2s sometimes have, you know, articulated parts. Sometimes the hood's open, but they'll usually have rubber wheels, and they're usually screwed together instead of bolted or riveted. Johnny Lightning is another good one. They'll have articulated parts as well. This one's metal top and bottom. The sculpts are generally really good. Greenlight is the other good brand. You'll have really detailed sculpts. A lot of times they'll be very accurate. And again, rubber wheels. It's a Greenlight. Greenlight you probably will have to order online. But sometimes places like Hobby Lobby or even Walmart will sell M2 sometimes, like this M2 Christmas Ford COE. And these are kind of the high end, kind of even feel bad modding them style models. They're very nice. If you're a collector, this is what you're going to be going for. These are really good sculpts, really high quality models. But I mod them, you know. They're nice to work with. The Greenlights have rivets, which is kind of unfortunate. But the M2s you can sort of just unscrew. It's a lot easier to get into. But yeah, that's it for this video. The next one we're going to talk about prepping your car, getting started for modding. See you then.